Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to install this new filter into your GE fridge. This is the water filter. It's recommended that you replace it every 6 months, and you'll know that you need to replace it because the filter status button on the door will turn red. And it's definitely okay to be skeptical about whether these actually work or what they actually do. It's said that this gets rid of like 50 plus contaminants. So what we're going to do is that we're going to actually test the water to see how effective these filters are. We're going to test against regular tap water, against an expired filter. Mine is expired right now, and then with this new filter. So stick around to the end of the video. We're gonna have the results of the water test results a little bit later. But for right now, I'm gonna show you how to install this. The only thing that's going to come in the package is this, is the filter. So just open it up right here. There's a plastic covering here, so just go ahead and take that off. Perfect. It's very simple to install also. It's not complicated at all. They even have arrows and stuff to show you how to line everything up. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the old filter back there in the back corner. You will need to give it a little bit of force to tug it out, but then you'll see that the arrow is facing you when you pull it out, which means when you put the new one in, it needs to be facing you when you put it in. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. You can go ahead and throw away the old filter. All right, so I got the new one here. Arrow is going to be sticking out. Sometimes it is kind of hard to line it up exactly up in there, but just if you need to move it around a little bit, that's fine. You'll know that it's connected correctly when when it pushes up a little bit. You'll be twisting it clockwise, and it won't twist at all if it's not connected right. So to take the filter out, you're going to twist it clockwise, and then to get this one in, you're going to twist it counterclockwise once it latches up in there. Like I said, it can be kind of hard to get it lined up correctly, but just wiggle it around a little bit, kind of try and angle it towards you or away from you if you're not quite getting it. You could also kind of feel up in there. There are two holes at the top. I'll show you with the old one. There are these two holes that are going to line up, and you can either like maybe put your phone in there to kind of line up where the holes are, or you can kind of fill in there as well to get it lined up. It can be a little bit hard to line that up correctly, but once you do, it'll twist counterclockwise pretty easily. And you're only going to need to twist it about a quarter turn, so don't over tighten it. It's not gonna like screw on. You just turn it quarter turn and it'll be in there solid. And now to make sure that the filter is working properly, you gotta make some water run through it for a while. About 5 minutes is what they suggest, like 2 gallons worth of water, which is a lot of water, but it's just to ensure that the filter is working properly and has enough time to kind of get rid of the contaminants and stuff. Now, the first time that you try to dispense water with the new filter, you will hear a lot of sloshing around going on up in there. That is normal. And the first water that comes out of the spout may like kind of splutter at you, make a big splash. So you might have to clean up a little bit, but just know that that is normal as well. It's just pushing the water through there, making sure that the water pressure is correct. So now that that's installed, I'm going to run the water for about 5 minutes to let it run through. Then we're going to get a fresh cup of water from this new filter. And then we're gonna use some testing strips to test the water and what is in the water. We're gonna compare the new filter to the old filter and to tap water. So let's get into that part. All right, as you can see, the red light, it's no longer a red light. We're getting some of the fresh water. After running a bunch of water through it, looks clean, looks fresh. So we'll put that next to the expired filter right here. New filter, bad filter, and then we'll go get some tap water. All right, so now we're going to be testing the water to see how different they are and how effective that filter is compared to tap water and an expired filter. I'm guessing that the expired filter to the new filter is actually not going to be that different. That's just my guesstimate. And we're going to be using these test strips from Verify. It's a 17-in-1 complete water test kit. It says that it's results in seconds, professional grade, easy to use, and EPA comparison. Yeah, it says that it tests for 17 things. There are 100 test strips in here and 2 bacteria tests. So these are the 17 things that these test strips are going to test. It's lead, fluoride, sodium chloride, total chlorine, total alkalinity, hardness, zinc, mercury, iron, copper, nitrite, nitrate pH levels, sulfate, hydrogen sulfide, manganese, and coliform or E. coli bacteria. So a lot of stuff to test for here. 1,000, 1,000. All right. And it says lay it flat for 30 seconds. So we'll do that really quick. Okay, so I'm going to briefly show you the results. Might screenshot it also. There we go, that's for the tap water. Okay, and for the tap water, honestly, it doesn't look like there are many contaminants in the tap water, which is good. Our tap water doesn't really necessarily taste that great, but all the levels are kind of looking like 0, honestly. And of course, your results are going to vary. I really just kind of want to see the difference between the different waters to make sure that it's at least a little bit different, so that you know that it's actually effective. There is lead. It is actually showing a decent amount of lead in our tap water, which is kind of alarming. That's kind of the only one that's changed a whole lot. So that was for the tap water. Now we're going to do the brand new water filter. So again, we're going to dip it for 2 seconds. 1,000, 1,000, and then let it lay flat for about 30 seconds. We'll go there. Already I can tell that the alkalinity is way different. It's been 15 seconds. All right, so let's take a look here. I'll just show you the results just so that we can kind of compare with the tap water. This is what we're looking at. And just reading it like this, the biggest change, let's go to that lead. The lead is definitely a little bit lighter than it was for the tap water, so it is actually getting rid of lead. All right, and then the hardness is about the same, and everything else is, looks like it is still kind of showing a little bit of lead in this one. So we'll see what the expired filter looks like, because it should be getting rid of lead, the water filter. So let's just see what happens. All right, and let's go ahead and do the expired filter to see if there's any difference between the expired filter and the new filter with these strips. All right, so here we go into the old filter water. 1, 2, and here we go. We'll let that lay flat for about 30 seconds, and there we go. So yeah, it looks like even our tap water isn't really that bad, just maybe a little bit of lead in it. It's I also thought that our water was a lot more hard than it's showing on these. But yeah, it's just testing that our water is very good to drink. So make sure that your strips, the color matches on the very left of this, to make sure that you're just drinking high quality water. So it's been 30 seconds for this guy. And if we flip it, let's go ahead and grab that and compare. I'll just show it to you guys right away. This is the expired filter. And if we're looking at it here, it definitely looks like way more green on the bottom here, so the alkalinity is higher. Anything else worth noting? Everything else is pretty standard. Yeah, it looks like there's less lead in the water filter, than compared to the tap water. So yeah, I'll just show you a really quick close-up of these strips so you can kind of see what they look like up close. These are the strips. So there you go, that's just a quick comparison between tap water and the expired filter and the regular filter, a brand new filter. Honestly, not a huge difference, but there was a little bit of reduction in the lead. So even that by itself makes it worth getting the filtered water. Obviously, and also just like the taste and the smell of our tap water is a lot worse than the filtered water. So there's something in it. Maybe it's something that wasn't tested by this, but yeah, there you go. Hope this video helped you install your new water filter and also just show that it is effective in clearing out some contaminants from your water. Hope this video helped. Make sure to heart it if it did, and then go ahead and add the water filter to your cart.